Hello everyone, my name is Derek Anderson and I'm the primary developer behind the Deseb project. I decided to do this video today because schema evolution is somewhat complicated, at least in terms to think about. However, it is much easier to see a tool in action than it is to describe how it is on paper. And so today I thought I'd walk you through the creation of a very simple application and how using this tool is going to help your development process while allowing you to keep all your data without having to drop tables and such. This is obviously the Deseb website, and this is where you download it. And there's very simple instructions on how to download and install it. It's just a single package that goes into your site packages directory. Obviously, if you're familiar with this, you're familiar with Django, and so I won't spend a whole lot of time talking about that. We'll start this project like you would any other project with the Django admin tool or Django admin tool. And then I will start a new app called polls, which gives you the normal structure that you would have in any Django development environment. I will update our settings file to connect to our database. I didn't use MySQL, but you can use Postgres as well, or SQLite, although SQLite is not as well supported. If you all wish to yell at me for not using a root password on my development box for my development database, you are more than welcome. But I do avoid allowing external connections. The only other requirement is an import statement, importing Deseb at the top of your settings file. And obviously, adding your application. You would sync DB to start your project out as normal. Please don't spam me. And now you have an empty model file. You can fix that very quickly. I'm starting out with the one that's in the Django tutorial. On your syncdb again, it creates your two tables for you, like any other development environment. The interesting part comes when you wish to add a field. So in addition to a question field, you want to add a comment field to your polls class. Now normally this would involve dropping your poll table and then allowing it to re-add it and then repopulating it with all your data, which can be slow and tedious and really unnecessary considering the fact that databases provide you the opportunity to update your structures without destroying all your data. And so what my tool does is it compares your current model structure to the table structure it sees in the database and figures out what alter statements are necessary in order to bring your schema up to date with your model structure. And you can see it correctly detects the fact that there's a new field and that it needs to write an alter statement table for it. If I tell it yes, it goes ahead and applies that for us. And now forgive me, it's early in the morning. And you'll see we now have our normal comment field as if it was always there. Now, let's say we want to make a different change of renaming that same field to something else. All we need to do is rename it as we do in our model. Then we have to tell Deseb what the column name used to be. If we do that, it can detect the rename properly instead of thinking it's both a delete and an add. On the evolve command, notices the appropriate change in the name of the column. We say yes, it applies it for us. If we evolve again, we notice that there are no changes because there are no changes. We are free to make other types of changes and continue our development work. In addition to adding fields and renaming fields also works with tuples of previous names. Helps if I close the parenthesis. And notice it detects it as it should. Very boring, I know. Renaming models works similarly. Let's say we don't want to call this choice anymore, but we want to call it option. Just add to your meta class the old name of the model. While we're at it, since we've already made this change and we're no longer supporting old databases with the old names, we can go ahead and take out the AKA statements to keep our code clean. Knowing full well, of course, they're safe inside of SVN. Now when we evolve our DB, you notice it puts out the alter table statement that you would expect it to. We're going to run that, and lo and behold, there. It's very simple. Different types of flags that have database effects can also be changed. Obviously, not every theoretical change can be handled via introspection, but the vast majority of ones you can. Also, removing fields is fairly trivial. And it does give you a warning, the fact that you are going to drop a column. Re-adding it. Even while you're renaming something. It's not a problem. Obviously, this is not yet an end-all be-all solution. It is designed to help you with the more mundane tasks you have in development. I will be doing another demonstration later on the managed schema upgrades feature of Deseb. However, this is just supposed to cover the introspection. If you have any further questions, you are more than welcome to contact us on the Deseb discussion listserv, or you can email me directly. And thanks for watching.